It's interesting as we look at the story of the two widows today, how many times I recall in my past years that they use these stories when they're talking about giving, and giving, as they say, till it hurts. But that's not what these stories were really about. If we look at the gospel, Jesus is really contrasting this widow with the scribes, the Pharisees, and all those people who flaunted what they had, who, while maybe they gave generously, were still giving out of what was their excess. Where this woman gave really what she needed and probably had a necessity to have. Yet in her faith in God and faith in what she was doing in giving that temple tax, she had trust in God that somehow God would see her through. Jesus, when he came, had a very distinct care for the poor, the outcast, those that were set aside in society and had no profligate things to look forward to. Now, this is not to say that prudent people needn't take care of themselves, have a place to live, take care of their family, and so forth. People certainly do plan and set a future for themselves. But a person who is poor, who has nothing, who has faith and trust in God, they have a little different way of seeing life than many of us do. They see life in a day-to-day thing and wake up each day grateful God has given them a new day. Their plan is to get through that day to the next day. For us, God has asked us to help look after these people and bring them along in their trust, to help them out, to see that they do not fall by the wayside. All of us have times of good times and bad times. But if we truly trust in God, even in our lives that we planned so well, there are twists and turns that none of us can foresee. And if we look back on our lives, nothing ever comes out totally the way we planned it. I think everybody knows that. Things change. But if we trust in God, he gets us through those hard times, gets us through those good times, gets us through even the darkest of times when things seem utterly lost in the way life goes. So the key word, I think, for our readings today is trust. That God provides. He leads us on a way. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And if we trust, even when we are brought down to the point of having nothing, if we believe he is the way, he will be there. He will lead us. He will let us not fail. He will bring us to his Father.